So good everyone. Okay here. Welcome to Njenje Media TV. And this afternoon I have with me here someone I've referred many times as a Logan, and who many of you might have been sharing his work on Facebook and on WhatsApp without knowing the man behind what you've been sharing. I have with me here today Mr. Mike Asukwo, the Chief Editorial Artist, BusinessDay. Mike, good afternoon. And you're welcome to this show. And I'm glad that you agreed to have this one-on-one conversation with others. Okay. So Mike, if I can start with, I would say, good afternoon to the viewers and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Mike Asukwo, and I'm a cartoonist. I'm actually a trained fine artist. I'm a sculptor from the Abia school, and I got into cartooning just some few years ago. And so I've been trying to hold my ground as a cartoonist and as an artist, sculptor, painter, designer. But of course, a lot of people know me as know about my cartoons. And so here I am today. It's actually a pleasure for me to be here with you, Mazi, talking about me and my work.
Okay, thank you very much. But how did you actually get into cartoon? How did you? I mean, growing up in your days, have you been always someone who keeps drawing? How did you get into cartoon?
Yeah, growing up, of course, we're all exposed to comics, cartoons, and drawing, and all that. And I never really saw it then as a kind of profession that I found myself into. And of course, like every other kid, I wanted to be out there, doing my thing. But then I discovered that unlike a lot of kids around me, I was able to draw, actually put my thoughts, into pictures. And then, so that was just what I was doing once in a while. And then in secondary school, I was a member of the press club, and actually was a chief cartoonist. And we all play around with images, humor and fun. But even back then, I discovered then that we could actually effect some changes by making fun of it. And so I started looking out for some ills, around the schools, which I was able to talk about in my cartoons. And before I knew it, the press board became something like people had to visit every morning to see what was happening and all that. But then I never saw, even back then, I never saw cartoon as something that I would go into as a profession. And so growing up, of course, I naturally wanted to study fine art because that was what I was very good at. And then studied fine art at Arewa College of Technology, majoring in sculpture. But then in the course of my work, my work always reflects this, and there's always this tendency to advocacy. And so I was on that, and I wanted to say so much with my sculpture and my painting, but discovered then that it was not so easy keeping the message, with sculpture, because most of the time people will just get carried away with the forms, with the colors and all that, and tend to forget the message. So gradually, I went into illustrations, trying to draw out my ideas, create stories for myself. And that was actually when somebody just saw what I was doing and got interested, and that is how I landed. I saw myself at BusinessDay as a cartoonist. As far as I was concerned, then it was just okay, make people laugh, have a column to make people laugh. So that was when I started out, and then gradually discovered then that I had a tool to actually say things that people were listening to, and then that was how Mike Asukwo the cartoonist was born.
So now, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
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 So as I said,
how
you eventually, were you headhunted by your current company, or obviously what you were doing before isn't really in line with, or rather, wasn't necessarily something to do with newspaper publication? But how did you find yourself into business day?
Yeah, business to me was actually a whole lot of new experience for me. It was also a launching pad into my career as a cartoonist. But then when I started out, there were basically some things I needed to learn and learn very fast. And one was the use of the computer. Initially, I would just draw most of my works manually. But then when I got into business, I had to start using the computer. So that was the beginning of my digitalization of my cartoons. And that was what I have to learn first. And then also, I now had to start reading up on editorials, on following up on news, on events, and also following the editorial bent of the newspaper. So that was what I was doing initially. Having to consult, having to find my footing. So gradually, but then business was actually a place where there is so much space for you to explore and improve on whatever you're doing. And so I had a lot of encouragement from my editors then, and my publisher also, who encouraged me, and gradually the cartoon page became, a kind of a place where a lot of people were, a lot of readers were beginning to look out for on a daily basis. And so that kept improving me. The feedback I got also from readers also helped me, to improve in terms of content and also in terms of technical rendition of the cartoons. So it's and then in the course of it all, business was also holding some regular trainings, in-house training for the journalists. So that helped me in actually my editorial conceptualization of my concept, of my ideas. So that really helped.
Okay.
And then it's been like that so far.
So that's an amazing journey. Question, Danny. Do you consider yourself as an activist?
Yeah, I would say that because I see that in most cases, the cartoon has become a tool for advocacy, and because cartoon come with humor and seem to so that was the rough edges that would normally appear with written editorials. because something that everybody could laugh about. So it becomes easier for me to use, to say a lot of things that ordinary reporter would not want to say. And so because people would laugh about it, and then it becomes like, coating a bitter pill with sugar, so that it will make it easier to swallow. So yeah, I see cartoon as a form of activism.
Okay. Because I am one of your biggest fans, and sometimes I look at your cartoon, the way you take on issues, and I ask myself, I mean, you are nothing short of an activist, and you've been able to use those pictures to do your own daily editorial. Because obviously what you do on a daily basis, you write your own editorial, but in picture. And it's one can only want to know, has your works ever gotten you into trouble?
Yeah, well, I on a personal basis, I don't think so. I've never, apart from maybe normal threats, online, offline. But then I feel that the kind of trouble get me into is sort of there are some kind of things that there are some kind of maybe places I would not really want to step into, because of the kind of cartoons I do. And there are some kind of maybe businesses that my name will not really, my work as a cartoonist will not really help me, because then people will think, oh, this one is more or less a whistleblower. Let's keep him out of here. And then of course most of my work is I feel more concerned for other members of staff of BusinessDay, because most of them are more exposed. They are out there, different places, at different beats, and so in most cases the anger that comes with the kind of things I talk about are, they seem to bear the brunt of it, so, but personally I try actually to stay out of trouble. I don't know. It sounds is a bit of an irony anyway, but then I know that because of what I do, my cartoons are seriously well researched, and then I do not sensationalize, and I don't take anything personal. It's just for the good of Nigeria. So even the people I lampoon on my cartoons, also can bear with me that I don't have anything against them. I just want a better Nigeria for all of us.
I read sometime last year that you were arrested. Is there any truth in that? I think end of November, end of December, last year, that you were arrested based on one your cartoon or something like that. To the point that the Nigerian police, Nigerian security services, has to issue a press statement to deny that they never arrested you. Was there anything like that?
Yeah, there was an arrest. Me and a couple of friends, but it was not in a line in my line of duty as a cartoonist. It has to do with maybe you could say I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the army actually needed me, because there was something happened that I was privy to, and it needed me to. In fact, I was more or less a witness to a crime, and I needed to help out. And of course, at that time, I could not reach out to my friends, my family, to let them know what actually happened. And then it became a bit difficult to get the news out until it hits the social media.
Okay. Thank you very much for clarifying that. Now, what you do on a very every single day, your cartoon has become like a function of our society. And you somehow, I believe through your cartoon that you get away with things many people, many right might not. So how do you do it that you are able to infuse so much in your cartoon that even writers cannot take away?
Yeah, the kind of first thing about my cartoon is that one is it's well researched and I made it topical. So as the news story, the news is breaking, I am following them, and also I try to pick an angle to look at the news that is unique and most importantly, I make sure that the elements I use in the cartoons are carefully picked, so that it's not I don't rub off on any sensibilities, religion, especially religion, and also region. But of course, there are a lot of things that must be said, and if it has to be said, if it has to do with religion, of course, I have to find a way of doing it. And then there is always humor as my defense. So then where a lot of thinking also comes in where you have to marry the message and the imagery. And then because I draw my imagery from inspiration from everywhere, could be from anything, personal experiences, books I've read, movies, conversations on the streets, all around me. I just seem to pick the nugget of, you can call it wisdom, anywhere I go. And then I file away these memories, these images. And sometimes I even do them unconsciously. And then I want to say what I want to say. Once I've decided, okay, this is what I want to say, and this angle in which I want to say it, the next thing is for me to look for the imagery that can best say what I want to say at that moment. So at that moment, I could take that imagery from anywhere. It could be folklore, it could be dreams, it could be anything. So the major thing is that I say it the way I want to say it, and get the message passed. But in doing that also, I also respect my audience, because I don't treat you as okay, that I must know everything. So I don't treat you as an invalid. I know that what I want to say, that you also have an opinion on it. So I respect that opinion, and but make sure that you also understand what I'm trying to say. That of course, even when you try so much to say what you want to say in the clearest possible imagery, there is always the tendency that some things you say might be ambiguous. So people might tend to draw other meaning to it. And of course, that also may make some of the cartoon, more interesting and sometimes controversial, because people look at it and say, okay, what is he really trying to say here? But the major thing is that the message is passed, and then the humor also is a vehicle, so that the message goes to where you want to go to without offending anybody.
Wow, that's good. We have many journalists, we have writers. Sometimes they compile their essays and publish them as books. Now, do you ever think of compiling your into a book or into something that will be published?
Yeah, I've had two compilations so far. The first one was a digital book titled Nigeria, the Wasted Years. It was actually on the scene of Basanjo. It was a digital book, but then I'm still trying to work at making it a hard copy. But 2 years ago, I published a book titled Laughter in the Mirror. It was actually quite a success, and I combined it with the exhibition of my cartoons here in Lagos.
Okay. Thank you very much. So now, again,
so the book.
How do you, on a daily basis, how do you decide what you're going to draw? Let's say tomorrow is Monday, and I looked at the one you brought out today, the one that basically many of us that clamoring. Many of us that point if you're moving from Lagos to Arewa to the southeast, you see roadblock everywhere. And if you're the one you brought out this week, that shows that. Now, for tomorrow, for instance, how do you decide what you bring out?
Sorry, I didn't get that, please. Sorry, can you come again, please?
No, okay. I said we have seen the one you brought out today. The one you brought out today about roadblock.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
yeah, sure.
How do you decide what you're going to do tomorrow? Do you have them like in the next 1 week? This is what we're going to publish on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or do you just let them flow? Like spiritual inspiration, Holy Spirit falls upon you and give you words.
Okay. What I do is that one, I follow the publishing schedule of the BusinessDay. We publish 2 days ahead, and so most of the cartoons I do, like the one that came out today, was done 2 days ago. It was done on Wednesday, and but when it comes to picking the subject matter, what I normally do is that I check. I actually look for the topical ones, a trending one, not really sensational. I don't really pick topics of social media. So I pick my topics of mainstream media, and then especially from BusinessDay. What I do is that to decide what is going to happen, I look at the unfolding of events. For instance, if I know that some event will linger for a while, then I know that I also need to talk about it. Sometimes it might be developing story, and then a cartoon might not really be able to capture the essence of that story, because it could be by the time the cartoon is already out, something else has happened, and then the cartoon might discover that a lot of events have a lot of things have changed while the cartoon was in the press. So I actually look for how things are going to happen. For example, if there is an issue in court, so I may have to wait for what comes out for me to be able to form an opinion. But then a lot of things are already out there. For instance, the cartoon that came out today was more or less from personal experience. Of course, I've been through that route, and I have seen for myself. Well, in fact, the cartoon has not even said it the way it's supposed to be said. So that's what I do. A lot of things. Most time, I keep writing down these ideas as they come, depending on my experiences, what I hear, what I read, and then the cartoon will just keep coming. That is why there is always a cartoon every day.
When I was looking at that, I just basically was looking at it critically to see if I could see any POS among those officers. I was just paying attention to POS. I think you're trying to be
it's a very serious thing. In fact, some officers come with their change.
Sorry?
At some point, they already have change with them.
Yes.
So they have time to arrange change. There was a particular one where we had to wait, where the officers went and consult other officers to erase enough change.
And I mean, in line with what you're saying, from Port Harcourt Airport to stop you. I even put them 500. The type of car you're driving, you're not doing things. And you cannot you're arguing with that. If you change, so it's not something hidden. It's something they do so glaring. But the way you just I laughed. I said, I think I will tell mine POS.
I think if it lasts long enough, they might start using POS. It's very, very possible.
I've had the bypass that have several complaints that push them to using POS. Well, again, you get things right out, can't even work. Again, like I said before, you can get away with it. But honestly, you pass the message that is unbelievable. I haven't seen someone who does, and again, I've asked you about the threats. You said there hasn't been any. Those you sometimes draw. Do you kind of get called when people call you to complain, saying, the things you right now want police officer, someone like maybe Mike, who is the officer of police? Is it something that sometimes they call you to say, the way you represented,
a lot of time. Press secretaries, media reps have called. They say, what you are saying did not really happen that way. Okay, they have to explain to you. Sometimes some companies call. They say, the cartoon the cartoon was good, but then you have to understand where we are coming from. And they also call to give their own side of the story or explain their own situation, why things had to go the way it went, as pointed out in the cartoons. So sometimes too, some media people used to call me to say, I represent this person and that person, and I will just feel that you are being too hard on my principal, maybe because you don't understand what is happening here and all that. And so it comes like that mostly once in a while. Okay. But then nobody has ever said the cartoon was entirely wrong in this message.
No, this is my interpretation to you. But I'm looking at this screen where you say that your best is not good enough. And it's in line with what many of us have called the sack of the sack. Because I'm looking at that in my understanding, and I need to explain that those are the that was when they called them isn't happy with the level of security in the country, but he merely maybe gave them on flash. Yeah, you used this Lala. And that was it. But you know that bag with Naira at their back. What? So that's so is that supposed to be what part of the reason why they are well?
Well, there is a lot to this. We've been having a lot of issues with security, and of course, it's something that disturbs everybody. And we also should not forget that it was majorly on security that we sent the last administration packing. So a lot of people were expecting much more than what we are getting right now, especially the fact that the president himself, is an ex-military man. So we're expecting much more. And then that is not what people are getting right now. No, and we all can say that even the hometown of the president himself, a lot of complaint coming from there. And then we ask ourselves, what has been done so far? What has been this particular move by the government to show you that, they are not happy with those who are started with the responsibility of keeping Nigeria safe. So keep waiting every single day. They have this closure meeting, and they'll come out. Everybody's laughing. You always keep hearing about closure meeting whenever there is outbreak of violence somewhere. There's a closure meeting. It's always the same thing. So I'm asking myself, okay, finally you now came out and say, look, I'm not satisfied with what you're doing. And in what way has it shown us the satisfaction? In what way has it shown that is not happy? We look around, nothing. So I'll tell myself that perhaps whatever he's saying, now there is always something else to question the effect of that statement, and it definitely has to be the comfort in which the people started with these responsibilities are finding themselves. They are just too comfortable. And the only thing that could make them that comfortable is the whatever money that is coming in there. Of course, we know that security is getting such a big chunk of the budget, and those who are in charge of that, are definitely not going to complain. So I just see that as that definitely should be, there is something that is questioning the effect of that verbal caning, and that has to be money.
That was very. Now I'm not going to go through all your because some that I cannot afford to. And I'm looking at this one. This is the Obaseki. And I looked at it, the way it's just basically sweep all the debts in Edo. But he's running away to Abia. Now, is it because you've done it ahead of time? You probably start, I believe, was the date you actually.
Yes, at the time the cartoon was done, already there was PDP was also already having its own issues with Obaseki. So by the time the cartoon was out, Obaseki was already officially the PDP candidate. And so you could see the major thing now is that, if he's in the middle of it, he has abandoned then he was busy. The cleaning work he was busy doing with the broom. And of course, while he was pursuing the umbrella, at that moment the umbrella was not in his hand. It was still being thrown around in the storm. So that was, where I caught him. Because most time when I do my cartoons, it's like a strip mentally. I think about it's always have a beginning, a middle, and of course the end. So what I do is that I mentally look for the frame that will capture the moment. So that's why the story, most cartoons are like, okay, when people look at the cartoons, the first of all think of, okay, what led to this, and it was on its own. And that's why sometimes when it comes back, it's like it was a prediction, because it's I always find a way to make it stay in the middle of the story. So that is actually what played out here.
So it has a beginning, the middle, and the end. So that means we should be coming between more of a perfect. Where it ends.
Yeah, the story from Edo State is still unfolding. So definitely there will still be other angles to look at what is happening. In fact, the one that is coming out on Tuesday, will also say something about Edo, from a different angle. So there is always a different angle to look at the event in Nigeria.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed very, very instructive. Looking at that, I think someone busy cleaning. The storm came, and he went to the umbrella and left the room. Well done. I mean, we can't put that better. So now on the different level, in your profile, you called yourself the chief mischief maker at Business Day. So you consider yourself mischief with your customers?
Yeah, as far as cartooning and humor is concerned, you have to have that streak of mischief in you to be able to do good cartoons, because cartoon goes beyond just drawing. It is not how well you can draw that makes you a good cartoonist. So there's always that streak of mischief. Combining everything, combining exaggeration, wit, and some level of let's say mild wickedness, because we have to look at this. The objective might not be to ridicule anybody. Of course, you ridicule. I mean, it should not be with malice. So you even when you do it, you have to do it in a way that it still shows that you care, because it is because you care about things that happen around you that you even bother to take these things up, in the first place. If I did not care much, if I did not care about Nigeria, if I did not care about Edo State, if I did not care about Lagos State, I will not really stick my neck out in some of the cartoons I do. But I want to see a better society. I want to see things work well. I want to see the system run smoothly, churning out the best that we have around. But then you look around you, there is so much absurdities, there is so much inconsistency, there is so much you wouldn't even understand, especially from the polity. So sometimes it's funny. In fact, if you look at it, sometimes it is a politician that are actually creating the cartoons. We are just drawing it down. Because when it comes to some of the things they do, it can't even beat the cartoonists. There is so much very frivolous things happening, in the polity. So you have to have that mischief in you to be able to pick out, some of those things that that boggles the mind, and then make people laugh about it while we are discussing it seriously.
In the things you've been the cartoons you draw, you do a lot of political engagement with your cartoons. Then the question thereof is government that promised us change actually providing change? Do you think this government is working and that they are fighting corruption? Let me just bring you to the political angle here before we wrap it up. What's your view? What's your take? When you look at the government today, when you look at the cartoons, because I know the cartoons you've done before the I have some of the cartoons you've done 2004, 14 to the election time. When you look at those cartoons today, that you genuinely done based on these things happening in the nation then as a patriot, and now you sit back and think, these are the things I said about 100 years ago. Has anything changed? Take corruption for instance.
Yeah, I don't think much has changed. I remember there is a cartoon I did, a long time ago. I showed a man, at the gym, and walking on a treadmill, and then somebody asked him, what is this called? And he said treadmill, and somebody said, no, it should be called Nigeria, because there's been a lot of movement and a lot of motion, but there has been no movement. So that's what we keep having in Nigeria, a lot of motion. We have lots. We have lots of promises. We have lots of conferences. We have lots of confabs. We have a lot of talking, and then at the end of the day, you look for where the change to come. Okay, all this talk we have been having, how has it transmitted into a better way of doing things? And as for corruption, if there have been a lot of improvement there, of course, it will show. We are at the moment, is it 146th position on the list of the least corrupt countries, and so you could see that we've not really made any, despite all the talk, despite all the announcement, despite all the court cases, we are still, in fact, we even dropped lower. So nothing much has been done in that direction. It's just a pity that the very person that is at the head of the fight against corruption is himself having issues, about corruption. I mean, that is if you don't take care of that in the first place, we are not moving anywhere. We can't have the very person that is out there to say championing the battle itself is himself entangled in corruption issues. So if you don't sort that out, you should think that in a country that is very, very serious about the fight against corruption, that the first thing we would do is to make sure that whoever is heading that battle, is himself is himself seen to be clean. You know, there should not be anything around him, you know, that gives any doubt as to his integrity. You know, but we are fighting corruption, but we have allowed that to, you know, with that alone, we cannot say we are fighting corruption. You know, however it has to be done, that has to be done first. You know, that has to be taken care of. So if you still have the head of EFCC having issues, you know, to the extent that where agencies under the presidency is casting doubt on his integrity, what else do you want us to do? You know, so how can we believe the fight?
Recently there was a report by the Attorney General, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Then you ask yourself, this is the same man the press wrote letters even before he was confirmed. And now the Attorney General of the Federation is doing the same thing. Yet he's being kept there unconfirmed in acting capacity for almost 5 years.
Yes. If we can't sort that out, in fact, that is the first thing that we need to sort out. No matter how you see him, even if it might be a sense to some people, but that sends out very wrong signals about our sincerity in the fight against corruption. Seriously, you can't. The first thing was the DSS sending a report, you know, a damn report to the Senate against the very person that the president sent to the Senate. I mean, when does that happen? You know, the DSS is under where? It's under the presidency. You know, who sent him to the Senate? The presidency. I mean, that alone has put a very big question mark on our readiness to fight corruption. You know, whatever has to happen, at least that should be taken care of first. How do we sort this out? You know, and when people were complaining, look, this is not good for us. You know, and then all of a sudden, the Attorney General has added his own voice, and the man is still there. Whatever it is, okay. If he's a saint, okay, let's test it. Let him go through the process to really make him, let us see that he's good enough for that office. And then people say,
okay, it is indeed disheartening to note.
So we can't really authoritatively say, oh, we are actually fighting corruption. No, we can't fight corruption with you know, a tool that itself is not seen to be corrupt free. So so for that they can't get any pass mark from me.
You are not alone. Many of us that we can't even with 40 is a partner. Sadly, I don't even think we might even give 29 because it is an abysmal failure. On that note, the conclusion here, I would think, you know, considering where you came from, you know, how you struggled to eventually went back to read now. Is there anything you're doing or within your company or within your private or individual capacity to help the younger ones who from your that you could have inspired to give them the guiding so that they might not take that long that it to get traction.
Yeah, you mean like mentorship? Like
yes.
Okay. I do a lot of that. Incidentally, I happen to be the president of the Cartoonist Association of Nigeria, Catan, and together we're doing a lot of mentoring for the younger ones. There are a lot of cartoonists on that platform. They are, you know, cartoonists from all the major newspapers in Nigeria are part of Catan, and also with them, a lot of younger ones are drawn in. and we even have the Department of Creative Arts of Lagos, who are also part of some of the programs we do for young ones. And since they already also have they offer cartooning as it's an idea that we are actually experimenting with, trying to push also that some art departments should offer cartooning as a course under fine art. And a lot of members of the association also have private studios where they train young ones, and sometimes do one-on-one basis. Some of them, especially in digital comics. So most of them are offering online lessons, and master classes for young ones, and so that's what we do. The problem is that most young ones don't seem to have the patience to really go through the process. Most time when they call it, first they ask you is what kind of program do you use to draw, and when I tell them, all drawings are done manually. It's just the colors and all that and the captions that are added digitally. So most of them get discouraged because they are looking for a shortcut to it all. And so, but we actually hold classes. Last year, I had about 2 different classes for young cartoonists, and it was actually a success. And so, a lot of other my colleagues also hold classes. Blama of Daily Trust had one last year, and right now, Albert Hams of Sunny Super is holding one this July. So all that effort is just to make sure that the art is not dead, and that we just keep the flame alive, so that the young ones who are so inclined will be encouraged.
So if I now, I have this cartoon on the phone. So you mean to say that this cartoon, for instance, is run manually?
Yes. Initial drawing is manually, and then just about 40%, because the thought process and everything is done manually. That's why it's much more flexible, than doing digitally. And so it's done manually. The drawing, after then, the inking is done manually, and then after that is free. That is how I do, and then after then is scan, clean up, and the colors and the captions added.
If I come back again, I find it how to absorb shocking. I mean, we count outline shocking events happening in Nigeria. But now, in the shock observer, why is the president in the shocking side?
Well, it was just my own way of offering an advice, to our dear president. He's been shocked about a lot of things going on in Nigeria, and he's been shocked about a lot of things that he should not be shocked about. And so I just feel, no, this is not good enough for our president. He should not stay shocked. So the president needs a shock absorber to absorb, because there will always be shocking events. Every single day, there are always new events that will certainly shock the president. So how does the president survive with all the shock coming from left, right, and center? He needs a shock absorber.
Thank you for that. I mean, honestly, one can actually write on your Again, once more, thank you very much, Mike. And having a one-to-one with today. It's been a pleasure speaking to you in the last 57 minutes. You can't believe that. That's how long the time has been. And the things you do, I can only tell you, may your ink never run dry. You are an inspiration to many in this nation, and many people every single day look out to, knowing the angle you come, just know that I am you are indeed a living legend. And when I say living legend, the work you do, by every sense, every single word of it, you are indeed a legend. May your pen never run dry. Thank you very much. Thank you to us for joining us this evening. I remain Mark, and I have in the studio Mike Asukwo, who, again, as you learned before, is the editorial captain. BusinessDay, right? Now, someone online is asking this question, Mike. Can you answer this question before we go? I think it's better you do. It says, on what day are your cartoons published on the BusinessDay newspaper?
On a daily basis.
Okay. So you submit the cartoon 2 days ahead.
Yeah, from that is for print. We on BusinessDay handles on Twitter and Instagram. They are always there on a daily basis.
Yeah, because I do them on a daily basis anyway. And a very wonderful comments that you do. On that note, I would say have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you once again for joining us.